Hello everyone and welcome to Vitrium Security's video series. In this video, we will demonstrate our enhanced reporting, also known as document analytics, which is available in the dashboard and expanded reports section. Okay, let's begin. Go to login.vitrium.com and enter your login credentials. We'll start in the main tab of Vitrium Security. Right when you log in, you'll notice that the first tab that loads is our dashboard analytics. The dashboard shows you a high-level summary of the analytics data we're pulling from documents and users in your account, displayed here in graphical format. The bar charts show the top 5 documents or users, but you'll have the ability to drill in further to show all the data. To change your date range, you can click on the blue date icon right here and select a specific day, month, or even year. Or you can even set your own defined range by clicking this. Each graph should be self-explanatory by its title. You'll also notice that each graph has these unique icons on its right-hand side. Each icon represents its own unique functionality. This arranges the data by most to least. This is least to most. Here you can arrange this data by count or by time, and clicking the magnifying glass on each report will bring you to its granular form. Let's go back. Let's look into our first graph, the most document unlocks. From our first glance, you'll notice that the most document unlocks graph represents the top 5 most unlocked documents in your list. The two colors denote the difference between the number of times each document is unlocked, with purple indicating the successful unlocks of the file's secured PDF version, and green indicating the successful unlocks of the file's web viewer version. When you click on the magnifying glass, the graphical chart will redirect you to its granular reporting. Here you will see the full list of all successfully unlocked documents. You can even dig deeper into this reporting by clicking one of the documents. Let's click Planning to Work in BC. What you're seeing now is a list of all the users that have accessed this document, also indicating their frequencies of unlock. This is really powerful information. While the successful unlocks show you the successes of your documents getting accessed, the most failed attempts, on the other hand, shows you exactly which users are having the most unlocked issues. When you click the magnifying glass, you can see the detailed list of all the users that have had or are having issues accessing your secured documents. This empowers you to be proactive to reach out to your users to offer them some assistance. The next graph we'll take a look at highlights the most popular user application used by users. This graph is very useful in breaking down the application used the most by users, whether you're sharing your files using the secured PDF method, where you would need Adobe Reader or Acrobat Pro, or the secured web link where you need modern browsers. You can use this information to advise users that are using older versions to upgrade to the latest version for the most optimal end-user experience. If we get granular with one of the client applications in this case, if we click perhaps Reader, you'll see that so far there have been 2 versions of Adobe Reader used, with 4 unlocks using version 15 and 1 unlock using version 11. The user locations by country graph is pretty self-explanatory. It shows in a geographical presentation the countries in which the secured documents, both the secured PDF and secured web links, were accessed. When you click the magnifying glass, it will redirect you to the list of all the countries where the secured documents were unlocked. If you click on any of the countries, the report will expand further to show you all the documents that were successfully unlocked within that geographical region, followed by the user that has accessed the document, each accompanied by their own unique IP address. Let me show you another report to showcase the power of analytics that Vitrium can generate for you. The read-through rate by document. The read-through rate reports are great ones to provide insight into how your users are consuming your content. Are they reading through the entire document that you send them? What pages are they reading? Be sure to select your date range from up here, and you can even drill down into specific document to get more granular details. Let's drill into this 66-page document called Planning to Work in BC to see which users were accessing this one and what pages they were viewing. This is powerful analytical data that you can use to improve your content or take other actions as necessary. You can also export any of these reports to Excel for further analyses. I'd like to point out some of these reports only pull data from the secured web links and not the secured PDF files. You can find out more information on this in the Administrator Manual in the Help tab. The next graph we'll go over is the most active documents. The most active documents graph tells you which documents have been viewed the most by your users. This is different than the unlocks graph because it's specific to the user, not the number of unlocks. You can have a document that gets 20 unlocks, but if it's by the same user, it's not necessarily the most active document among your users. This graph does show you that because it's based on the number of users who access your documents. But remember, this graph only pulls analytical data from the secured web links. This graph also is unique because you have the option of switching the y-axis to a measure of time by clicking this icon. So now you'll see the most time spent on each document. Let's drill into this newcomer's guide document that shows a usage of 2 hours and 4 minutes. Now I can see the users that have spent time on this document, with Helen Garcia spending the most time at 1 hour and 27 minutes. We can even get more granular here by clicking on Helen Garcia's name and viewing what pages she's accessed and read. This is extremely insightful information. If you want to see what other documents Helen Garcia has read, you can click on the time spent by user, then on her name, and this will pull up all the documents that she's read in November 2016. Don't forget the date range is set to the month of November 2016 for our example. If you want to see her readership over a longer time period, you will have to change the date range at the top here. And as per usual, you can always export any reports that you want to look into by simply clicking this icon. Now I'm going to take another step further and click on one of the documents that Helen has read, the top 10 family hikes in BC. Now I can see which pages she's read and how much time she has spent on each page. For example, she spent a total of 5 minutes on page 2 of this document, which may provide some very valuable information to me that I'll want to look into later. This kind of information can be used to optimize your content and provide incredible insight into your customers, students, or users' behaviors. The one thing that remains constant with this analytics feature is the user activity log. This is where you will find a number of different analytical and log reports. The user activity log is particularly useful for tracking which users are accessing your secured files, on what date, from which IP address and computer ID. But this report also shows you the error code if a user encounters an issue, as well as the application being used, the version, and the operating system, which will be extremely helpful for troubleshooting any issues that your users may encounter. You can refer to an error code reference guide in the Help tab to get a complete definition of all the codes along with the quick fixes. That wraps up this video. For other inquiries, feel free to email us at support@vitrium.com or access our knowledge base at support.vitrium.com. Thanks for watching.